Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to another episode of NIMRODS. We are just slowly crawling our way up to somewhere, but I did want to respond to something. Somebody was yelling at me that gene mods don't take effect until you equip them. So when I improve them here, I need to go back here and edit them. That's not true. You actually just, if you have it equipped, it gets automatically upgraded to whatever its latest state is. I don't know. I don't know why I necessarily should respond to that, but it's always one of those where it's like, you see that kind of, I don't want to say like misinterpretation. Oh, there is a thing here. Huh. Somebody said, hey, by the way, there's like a secret path up north, right from the original spawn zone, and they were correct. Twisting Tangle Maze Biome. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to want to do this, but we'll see what's happening. Let's see. Containment field is a terrible idea. Jetstock I actually wasn't very impressed with. Oh, we got rerolls, good. Energy Blaster though, I like that. We're just gonna try and go for like a big clip Spitfire gun. Unfortunately, I think this one doesn't do that much damage. We'll figure it out. But I don't like being yelled at for things that I have no control over. That's always been kind of a pet peeve. Somewhere along the way, I think people came to the conclusion that you can just yell at YouTubers and be fine, like get away with it. It always bugs me because it's just like, you know, I know this is my job, but it's like the same thing as yelling at a like fast food person because the burger wasn't big enough. And it's like they didn't have any control over that. All right, we want to go for gyroscopic harness. Lowers my rate of fire, but that's fine. It's massive anyway, and it doubles my bullet size. And excess damage will now penetrate targets, which really isn't that helpful, but that's fine. I just want to go for, like, big rings and brain off. And we'll see how this run goes. I guess we should get my rate of fire back up. Even with it reduced by half, there's still a lot that I can grab here. The one problem is having these towers all over the place is going to make this kind of nightmarish. Just because there's like no good safe spaces for me, and that's messy. Okay, Tesla torrents. Ooh, so that's an alternate blueprint for the underbarrel. Do we actually want to grab the underbarrel charge rate? I think we do. I think I might go for Helix barrel on this. I truly do not have a plan. I'm just here. But there's some potential options that could be kind of fun. I'm trying to think of other barrels. I definitely don't want the diffusion barrel. Diffusion barrel would be fascinating. Hellspitter barrel would be, well, hitting an enemy with a bullet while your rate of fire is maxed out inflicts on fire on that enemy. Inflicting on fire on an enemy with any augment will also afflict them with terrified for an equal amount of time. That would be fascinating. We also have like the splitter magazine, or I could go down just weighted stock. I do like weighted stock. It gives me just a bunch of bullet damage and reload speed, which this gun desperately needs. Hellspitter barrel gets me some amount of bullet damage. It's mostly rate of fire. Or we could go for like massive bullet counts. I mean, it's tough, right? Do I go for the build that I've kind of been going for forever? Do I meme it hard and go like bullet hell barrel with a massive mag size and just, you know what, screw it. I'm nothing if not I don't want to call myself a hack because I don't think that's it. I'm a creature of habit, and also I've never seen this on this gun. Once I do a build with a gun, I will try not to repeat it unless there's some way to optimize it, or say if I have a new blueprint. But if it's a new gun, I will do the Hellspitter build. It's just, I don't want to say it's customary to do so, but it is my favorite barrel in the game, and that's really hard to get around. Interestingly enough, the extreme rate of fire means I'm firing them all out in like very short succession. We'd also look into bullet count. It is an option, especially if I do go for the higher tier Hellspitter barrel. I'm really glad to see I'm really glad to see how much this has content-wise. Like, as far as the early access games go, this is massive. And their commitment to level design instantly makes this one of my favorite bullet heavens out there. I think once I run out of things to do with the game, I will probably get a little bit... let's use the rerolls at the moment, see if I can find something better. So we do have the stock-mounted scanning system, but I think I'm going to stick with the weighted stock. I want to find the blueprints for future stock-mounted scanning system upgrades before I start building towards that, because now we're starting to get some that go all the way to the end, and it feels weird not to just go for those primarily. It's almost like I'm firing one big bullet just made out of rings. I'm firing an onion, a pre-sliced onion at enemies. I'm firing a Shrek, is what I'm saying. Anyway. Jeez, where's my head at? I don't know, just wandering around. I've been a mess this week. I went out on Tuesday, because we wanted to go to the library, pick up, I think it was the Alice in Wonderland movies, like the modern ones that aren't very good, because Shell had never seen them before, and so I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's go pick them up. And on this walk over to the library, I got bit by something. Usually it's mosquitoes, but this time it definitely was something else, and so my arm just like swelled up super bad, and had like a big, you know when you get a bite and it kind of like swells up a little bit? Like freak twist of my own biology, anytime I get bit by an insect, my body just does not want. It gets super mad at me, and will like swell up really bad and itch way harder than anything else. And it's just nightmarish. So I actually kind of try to stay away from places that would have insects. And so, you know, I wasn't expecting to get bit by an insect on, what was it, November 5th? Do I want to go for the penetrations? I think I do. I don't think we're going to be going for special power. But this thing has a baseline 4 penetrations because of the... because of the Giant's harness or whatever it's called. Oh, we're not going to be able to get the mag size multiplier. That's fine, I'll live with it. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I certainly wasn't expecting to get bit by a bitey bug on, you know, November 5th. But on the flip side, I was not expecting November 5th to be 81 degrees in New York. And so, I don't know, just, I guess it was like the last bitey bug before everything gets too cold, or it had hatched. At which point I hope it's frozen to death and could not use my blood for anything practical. What do we want to do here? I hate myself for considering this, but I think I might want Splitter's genome. It doubles my bullet count, which means that when I boost my bullet count even further, it's going to be upsettingly good. The only problem is it hurts my damage really bad. Means I could go for the hemolytic magazine and heart charm. No, I don't think that would actually work the way I want it to. Otherwise, I can just painstakingly get the bullet count up. The main thing is I love this upgrade. It's so good. It would also get us nearly to full. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. The other one actually has like a downside. It reduces my damage. The extra bullets are nice, but reducing my damage is just painful. Let's see, Greased Hell Spitter Barrel or Giant's Harness. Do we even want to go down this direction? Genetic ability emits a shockwave, radius 2 meters, stunned on enemies. And the main thing is just keeps going for the bullet size and bullet damage, which are good. But I think I'm going to work on the... Here, I'm going to banish that. I'm going to go for the Greased Hell Spitter Barrel. I actually kind of wish Banish was some... Well, maybe it does a confirmation. I always have that kind of call of the void when I'm messing with a banish of like, what if I banished my gun? Or not my gun, like one of the components already in my gun. And it's like, no, I should not do that. That's not helpful. That's not going to do anything useful for me. But like my dumb brain is just like, no, you got to do it. It's like, no, I don't. Let's see. Bullet speed kind of would be good. Crit bonus. I think I'm going to go for the bullet count and a little bit of regen. But yeah, so this is the first day since Tuesday that I've actually been able to... I don't want to say use my arm, but like focus. Because just... yeah, when my arm is having a really bad reaction to an insect bite, I'm just morose and grumpy, and honestly kind of a little sick. And so I was just sitting around playing, I think it was The World Ends With You yesterday. I haven't played the sequel yet, and so I was just like, sure, let's just put a bunch of time into that, and that was fun. I need to find more time for myself to just say like, hey, I'm gonna play this game that I've always wanted to play. Though admittedly, I guess I kind of did that earlier this month. I played a stupid amount of Metaphor Refantasio, and that was fun. Do I want to go for the Chevron Charm? Screw it, we're doing it. But we should probably go for extra enemy spawn rates. The thing is, and the reason why I've been staying away from the Chevron Charm, mostly boils down to the fact that I want to go for a Chevron Charm build once I have all of the upgrades, because I don't like the third tier that much. It's not really that meaningful. Ooh, spawn location. That's different. Okay. I want to destroy this disruptors, but I do also want to destroy all of my enemies. Elder Chaos Grove biome. Cool. Just the fact that there are so many different regions to explore. Like, this does the same thing that Halls of Torment does. I'd like to go back and probably just start streaming Halls of Torment until I'm done with it. Let's see, bullet count, but more bullet spread? Sure. We don't need the rate of fire, and the crit bonus would be nice, but we'll get more of it later. I'm just thinking anything that scales my bullet count kind of preemptively is going to be quite strong. But yeah, so both this and Halls of Torment have just tons of content that you can only get by playing the game repeatedly. You know, finding blueprints for weapons or perks or completing achievements and whatnot. And I mean, I guess that's true of like most of these. Most bullet heavens have some degree of that. I don't think Death Must Die does. I think that's pure just grind. It's still good grind, don't get me wrong. And bullet damage, let's go for the bullet size. I just want these waves to be stunningly large. Let's see, I don't need the apple bush. I don't need these. So glad these thorns don't actually do retaliatory damage to me. There we go. I guess I will target towers. That's good to know. I wasn't sure on that one. But yeah, so having all of these different kind of progression systems and things that I can focus on. This is good. This hurts. I was really hoping my... Oh, it's because we hit an Elder Grove. Go figure. The sudden jump in difficulty threw me off a little bit. And the answer is, oh, of course. Okay, got the Bladestorm blueprint. I don't actually know what that does. So do we want Brass Knuckle Grip? Do we want the Splitting Magazine? I can't think of a better magazine, so sure. This might get a little silly. Okay, and I gotta watch out for the tower shooting at me, because that's kind of dangerous in its own way. Let's see. Bullet damage and armor, special power, crit chance, experience gain rate, credit drop chance. There's also Glory and Victory. Oh, because we haven't actually maxed out my fire rate yet. I'm going to go for Glory and Victory again. Just because, once again, it's such a universally good upgrade. As somebody also said, because it's a widescreen game, enemies that are above and below you are closer. And so if you're to the side of a tower, you're actually less likely to shoot at it, which makes perfect sense. And so yeah, the trick is to stand below a tower and fight it, because then my character will actually target it. Let's see. Reload speed is nice. Experience gain rate, penetrations. No, I think we go for the reload. Our reload's pretty bad anyway. Okay, what else we got? We got apples hiding in the corners. Might as well go for those. Let's see. Guarded grip is good. I was kind of hoping for the lightweight grip. Because I don't want the brass knuckle. It's not terrible, I just don't care for it. Killing an enemy increases your partner's damage. Let's see. Enemy spawn rate. Leveling up increases your rate of fire by ×2 for 5 seconds, which is functionally worthless to me. Yeah, let's just go for the Sergeant Charm. Actually, should have probably gone for the armored... I don't know if I should have gone for the armored pauldron or not. Really wish there was a way I could check my Chevron Charm's current scaled damage boost. At least I don't think there's a way for me to check that. Hate it when it spawns back. Okay, bullet speed. Spawn rate and airdrop capacity? Sure. Can I mush my face into this to push the darkness back a little bit more? Yeah, I just want to make sure that I do that whenever possible, but sometimes it does not work. Okay. I wish if you completed... How would I describe it? I wish there was some way that, like, if you completed an area, like if you found everything, it fills in all of the remaining black boxes. Maybe? I don't know. It's clear that there is stuff hidden outside of bounds that those darkened patches cover. Oh no, we haven't activated that yet. I just don't care. It's a temporary boost, so it's not really worth my time. I don't need the temporary boost. I'm more than strong enough. Keep going for the Ripper clips. Yeah, because we want to have really large clips. Because the larger the clip, the... Ow. The larger the clip, the bigger my rings. The bigger my rings, the... I don't know. The bigger my rings. There is nothing. How would I describe it? I don't know. There's no real reason for the big rings, apart from, I guess, being able to hit more enemies than usual. But also, there's something kind of fun about that. I like the aesthetic of having something unnecessarily large. Okay, lightweight grip. Finishing a reload gives you some experience. The only immediate problem is this does give me rate of fire, which is worthless. It does give me the crit chance that I need. Yeah, lightweight grip. So I guess if you go for the lightweight grip and the giants, and the Hell Spitter barrel, you pretty much hit 100% rate of fire, or maxed rate of fire, no matter what you do. Let's keep going for that bullet count. I know I should be going for the damage. This is a silly amount of money. Did I do that? Is that one of my upgrades? Or is it just weirdly high right now? I have no idea. Where are we in the grand scheme of things? Elder Chaos Grove. I guess this kind of connects over here, maybe. Well, I'm just going to explore in this direction. I was not expecting something this big or expansive, but hey, here we are. Rate of fire reduces your bullet spread. Let's go for even bigger rings. I don't know why I'm suddenly thinking... Well, I mean, I know exactly why I'm suddenly thinking of both Sonic the Hedgehog and the new Rings of Power TV show. Ooh, new Gene Tech. Ow, ow, ow. What? Why are there so many of these things? Oh, it's also Plant Boy. Die. You thought you could spawn in this economy? Let's see. Do I want crit rate? I mean, it actually would be good, but I'm going to go for Gunny's Notches. More options, more enemy spawns. We seem to be killing them pretty effectively, so why not? So effect size or penetration's bullet count. Yup. Now this might break the game by the time we actually get to maxing it out, if only because we are going to just have stunningly massive, massive quantities of rings flying around, and so be it. Gunny's Notches. I'm just gonna keep buffing that. More enemies, the better. Let's banish a little bit of darkness, then I'll go looking for the gene mod. We got plenty of time. Why is this run just so... I mean, it's because fire rate. This is the one problem with this game, is that fire rate very much is king. I'll have to go for a build that focuses harder on just raw damage. Something that really is meant to delete single targets. The sad thing is, like, fire rate still remains probably one of the best ways to delete single targets. Okay, what do we want to do? Hellfire Barrel? No, we want the other one. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to go for Shocking Charges. That gets us the crit chance we need. Let's see. My reload speed actually is not terrible, so I don't think we need to consider that as much. Bullet size. Okay, Terra Cannon mount. The only thing I want to check is, no, we want the other barrel. So yeah, let's go for the Terra Cannon mount. I want to get the correct branch whenever we get the chance. Okay. And reload speed, experience gain rate. I think we actually probably just want the raw damage more than anything else. Nice little dead end. Like I've said in the past, I like dead ends. Makes it easy. There's no ambiguity there. I know where I'm at. I know where I'm going. I have nothing to worry about. There's another one of these. Damn. We are coming away with like a silly amount of blueprints on this run. I guess this is what happens whenever I reach a new zone. I wish there was an upgrade that made it so that my bullets would bounce within my screen. Not the containment field. Let's see, Titan's Harness Blueprint. Ooh, we do need that. But like, if it reaches the end of the screen, it either bounces or it loops. Because I love both of those on a conceptual level, just because, I don't know, just the idea of my projectiles kind of looping in on themselves on the screen, so that, I don't know, I guess just keep it going or something. Otherwise they leave the screen and I just never seen them again. And like for some of my builds, that means I just never see any enemies either. It's just kind of this weird disappearing act where I'm just too strong. So Grand Hive Barons. Whoa! Okay, is this actually worse than the other Hive Barons area that I was in? Maybe. Okay, that's bullet damage, bullet size. It's not the Hellfire Barrel I want. Yeah, so let's just go with this. Big bullet. Okay, there's the Gene Tech. Find the Tactician Gene. Big bullet. Maybe I should go for a bit of bullet speed. Okay, I think I want to stay in the Elder Chaos Grove for the time being. No specific reason. Well, no, one specific reason why is I want to fight the tree boss, because he actually has what I'm looking for. Whereas, yes, have these, but I should be chasing blueprints as much as I can. This is a gang. Because, yeah, we want to be able to unlock as many of these combos as we possibly can. Just to gain access to them. It's felt like my build variety has been a little thin lately. And so if I can get that to be much beefier, I will be a happier camper. What is that one? Bullet damage, reduced mag size, ouch, move speed. A lot of credit drop chance. Otherwise I could go for... I think I'm going to go for the crit chance and a little bit of experience gain rate. My base damage is pretty low, but by merit of everything else. Let's see. A little bit of bullet speed. Gonna keep going for bullet size, though. I don't know why. I think it's funny. I mean, it pretty much guarantees I will always hit. Which, like, that's gotta count for something. I should try this again with homing, maybe, because these projectiles are immeasurably slow. Whee! But yeah, my base damage is bad, but we're firing so much and critting a lot, so I don't think we need to worry too deeply about damage. Maybe once we get to the very, very end, that like last minute or so tends to get kind of hairy. But I am shredding things, so maybe it's not too big of a deal. I'm just really hoping I get the correct Hellfire barrel upgrade. There it is. Okay, I guess I should probably work a little bit on my bullet damage, considering I'm going to be dump statting it now. Let's just fill in these cubes. For a second I thought I found a magnet, but no, I was just outrunning the experience I picked up. That's fine. Okay. Another blueprint. Hopefully I actually have the resources for this. Unfortunately, it's one of those that having to kill the bosses makes this a bit tougher. Reduce my bullet damage further, but ring! Now everything is ring. It's almost kind of zen, in a way. Though I feel like the sound effect, I was noticing the sound effect earlier was like a g-g-g-g. I think this thing needs more of like a bloopy sound effect. And when it gets this big, it's just bloop, 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 bloop. Actually, I'm not even sure if this gun makes noises. Okay. Do I painstakingly go through? Yeah. I just want to fill in all of the dark patches just so there's no sense that I could have possibly missed anything. And I've cleared out almost, I mean, maybe not almost an entire biome. Oh, this sucks a bit. I think I'm just gonna, oh no, there it is. Okay, actually, this one's gonna be easier than most. Or not? Oh, we need this stuff. Might as well snag a magnet while I'm here. I think I'm going to have to go around the other way. So reduce my rate of fire, give myself a little bit of armor. I mean, my rate of fire is probably well above maximum. I actually kind of wish I could see it. You know, so I could know how much I'm reducing it by. Okay. A little bit more crit chance, move speed, bullet damage, yeah. Do we loop around? No. No, we don't. We have to go to the left. I think I might give up on this drop pod. If I can get it, I can get it. Or I'll go for it, but we only have about 5 minutes left on this run. So, at the very least, if I can open up the gate, that'll be worth it. I don't think the reload speed is particularly great, but eh. Holy smokes, this area is huge. I was patting myself on the back thinking, like, yeah, I've cleared out almost an entire biome. The answer is no. I have not. There is so much more to this biome than I thought. That's been such a consistent truth for this game. Let's see. Max health, enemy spawn rate. And the enemy spawn rate isn't terrible. But I think I'm going to go for the bullet damage reload speed. He's holding on surprisingly well against endless waves of super bullets. There he goes. Let's see, rate of fire, bullet count, doesn't really help. Bullet damage, special. Yeah, because the rate of fire is useless. The bullet count is nice. The move speed is nice, which is why I think I'm going to go for it. Bullet size. Probably going to go grab that gene cell, then we're going to go down for that blueprint. Oh, it's him again. It's Shroomite. Time to die, bucko. I need to clip that or something. I was not expecting him to just instantly perish. But hey, I mean, here we are, right? This is the beauty part of these games. Like, maybe it's dull, but I love power fantasy. Power fantasies that you have to earn, if that makes sense. Let's see, underbarrel. No, we want to keep going for the mag size. Like, power fantasies that you have to earn are so satisfying, where it's like, you know, you put the time in, you find the builds, you know, do a bunch of testing, and then you put it to practice, and then holy shit, this is insanely strong. I think the lightweight grip is actually a mistake, but I also don't know what I would have picked instead. And sad to say, maybe brass knuckle grip would have been the play. Okay, let's just race down this. I'm trying to clear as much as I can. Find as many blueprints as I can. Let's see. More bullet count? Absolutely. But yeah, if I can open that gate up so I can get the drop pod upgrade on a future run, that'll be good enough for me. Oh no, sure, let's go for the splitter magazine. Bigger bullets. Okay, does this bring me where I want to go? Yes. Yeah, I don't even know where the other part is for this drop pod, and to be entirely honest, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. I can barely see what's going on. Like, if I increase my clip capacity, I'm going to say by like a little bit more, or if my reload speed doubled, I actually would be blind. Luckily, it doesn't seem particularly keen on giving me either, so we will just keep going for bullet size more than anything else. Alright. There's the piece. I'm going to wander around and see if I can find it. Okay, find the missing parts. There is an option. Is it video? Bullet opacity. This is not better. Yeah, so there should be another part. Ah, there it is. I think we can actually get this. Because it's only 4. Robotic reinforcement. All right, the turret pod. Oh, I knew that that was going to be a thing. Just because, well, okay, I didn't know it was going to be a thing. I hoped it was going to be a thing. I was actually going to lightly suggest, like, man, it'd be great if there was a turret, like a drop pod that just had a gun attached to it. Turns out I just had to wait. Okay, so more collection range, lower split rate, or resource drop rate. Augment slot, increase your bullet damage by a bit. Ah, those are all good. I think I'm going to go for the cataphract stock. It gives me a little bit more reload speed. Look, if I must be blind, I might as well accept that blindness. Oh, dropped really far away. Bullet damage? Bullet damage. Boy, I sure do hope there aren't any enemies shooting at me in this mix. I don't think I could dodge. Like, there's a very real possibility I will die before we get to the boss, and there's nothing I can do about that. Nope, we got to the boss. Alright, cool. Let's see how fast he just disappears. Yeah, I do have to be very careful. What's going on with my health? Why is my health cycling so fast? What is healing me? Is it? It's impossible for me to tell, but like, why is my health so twitchy? Oh no. I got stuck in a corner. Let's fill that in. Grab this. Let's keep going for the reload speed. There's a boss in there somewhere. And now it is dead. Okay, so player damage, I mean, that actually might have been one of my strongest guns I've ever made. Boy, we found a lot of stuff. Completed a lot of things. That's actually one of the most successful runs I think I've ever had. Shots fired, almost 200,000, accuracy 40%. So it killed 25,000 enemies. I don't actually know how much damage that translates to on the Chevron charm. I'll have to look at it. Okay, so we found a whole bunch of unlocks. I think I'm gonna put this on the rack. I think I'm gonna sell these other guns. I don't think I'm gonna be using them. Okay. Complete a bunch of missions. How many missions do we have left? That's the wild part. Is that it keeps going. Some of these red ones I should focus on. Some of these are easier. Like, you just kind of get them automatically. Destroyed 250 breakable objects in a run. Ooh. How? Set 5 mystics on fire in a single run. All I just need is the better Hellfire barrel. Enemies with underbarrel abilities in a single run. I mean, that's doable if I go for like a hard energy blaster build. 25 hits from chargers in a run. 10 from split serpent mid-boss. in a single run. I'll have to figure that one out. 65 in a run. I don't know. I'll keep working on them. For now, we did get a new gun. Can I get it? Pulse rifle. Large but weak bullets through many foes. Ooh. Okay, what else do we have? Reduce move speed but multiplies your health, increasing bullet damage. I do like that, and uses a resource I have many of. Hitting an enemy with a bullet releases a Tesla bolt to a random nearby enemy. That's actually really good. Split bullets now curve and will have the cutting element. Rate of fire increase based on your armor. Health increase based on your bullet damage. Stock mounted Spectre AI. Eagle Charm. Move speed gives you drone crit chance and vice versa. Enemies have a chance to give up and leave you alone, dropping their experience when they do so. That's funny. Hitting an enemy with an energy bolt releases a Tesla bolt that arcs to a random nearby enemy. I mean, that one's actually affordable. A lot of these are N tier, so there's only so many of those I can get. Okay. Do I want to grab the Eagle Charm? Because I can only get one that uses the turret. Or not the turret, the wood. I'm thinking Lightning Lord. Because that just sounds really fun. And I only have 10k. Ouch. I will eventually be able to afford that fire gun. It's just going to take a while. Alright, so now that we have... Ooh, where are we going? Where can I go? It's not these. It's up here? Alright, cool. Because I think this is... Yeah. Twisting Maze should be good. We've cleared out most of this area. We can go to the right or we can go to the left. Now, I want to try this new pulse rifle. Large but weak bullets through many foes. So penetration 6. Rate of fire is pretty decent. Mag size. Reload speed is bad. But hey, should be fine. Ooh. I like that purely on a visual level. So, I think we might actually want to try that new dissuasion barrel upgrade, maybe. Maybe. I'm thinking purely from the perspective of, like, having these potentially do, like, a lightning hit on foes could be really cool. Let's see. Rate of fire, bullet count, experience gain rate, or more penetrations. I guess I might as well go for the more penetration since that's an easy scale. Okay, tech module containment field, cryo magazine. Cryo magazine is interesting. It doesn't really vibe with the final shot, but the rest of these are good. We definitely don't want containment field. We're going to banish that. Do I want to do cryo magazine? Because what other magazines do we have? I don't like splitting that much. It's fine. It's just... I wish I knew how much damage the split bullets actually did. Hemolytic is a mess, and we don't want explosions, so yeah, we have to go for cryo. Which does fix my damage, like, really well. Okay. Do I want weighted stock? I like weighted stock. It slows me down a little bit, but it increases my max health and gives me a bunch of other goodies. We have the Ducky Charm, which gets me just a lot of rate of fire and reload speed, which are good. Heart Charm, it's okay. It does get me a bunch of experience gain rate and enemy spawn rate, but those don't actually seem to make much of a difference. I think I'm going to go for the Cataphract stock just because it's bullet damage and reload speed, both of which are just incredibly helpful. Let's see. And we might as well go for the mag size. I don't actually... Well, actually, do we want mag size? No. Mag size is only worth it if you're specifically going for... if you're going for the one Hell Spitter barrel. And I don't think I'm going to on this run. So I should be investing in rate of fire to some degree. And yeah, we'll just have to keep an eye out for the dissuasion barrel. If we can get it. It's been kind of hit and miss lately. Okay, sucker grip. So bullet damage, a little bit of rate of fire. It hurts my reload speed really bad, though. Flamethrower is not my favorite. I guess I could just do the sucker grip. I don't think any of the other ones are particularly amazing. I'm gonna banish both of these and just go for the sucker grip. I'd like to get the next tier of sucker grip if I can get that, because then it might actually be worth a little bit more. I think the main thing I don't like is just the loss of that reload speed is rough. Not that it's like something I can't afford necessarily, but it's still a mild issue. Let's see, so we could go for bigger bullet size, which is just kind of a no-brainer. The bigger they are, the more targets they hit. That just, I don't know, that sounds useful to me. Okay, could go for the armored stock, but I've got some rerolls here. Let's go for the energy blaster while we've got it. It's just a good stat stick. Like, even if you put aside the secondary fire option, it's just very good at, well, it gives you a bunch of extra crit and some other things. I'm just gonna sit on that rock. Is there actually anything in here? Nope, it was mostly just that rock. I guess I should push myself to the right side. There we go. Okay. Yeah, where are we going? I have no idea. This whole route, this whole zone is just... I mean, I'm not going to say maze-like. It's expansive. It's huge. Go for a bit of bullet speed? Yeah. That actually is going to be useful. Because the better my bullet speed, the less random bullets I'm going to be firing at enemies. Like, it actually cuts down on waste pretty hard. There we go. Ooh, this thing's really good at clearing groups. Status effect duration, crit bonus. I'm not critting yet, so I'll skip it. See, other things that would be helpful, I mean, I could actually see the Helix barrel being really fun on this as well. I think the only one I want to avoid is the Hellspitter barrel. Purely from the perspective of, like, I kind of pick it too much. But if it's the only option I've got, I guess we're Hellspitting. This thing needs to die. Ow. That was a lot of my health. It was just placed in such a bad spot. Reroll. Don't want to go for ammo rack. The other one is like sniper barrel. Slows me down a ton. Otherwise, we go ammo rack. Don't want Ducky Charm? Let's go for Ducky Charm. Yeah, the problem is ammo rack instantly pushes me towards the Helix barrel. Or not the Helix barrel, the Hellspitter barrel. And I kind of want to avoid that. I don't want to have both of my runs be Hellspitter barrel runs. That's just too much. Infinite ammo belt blueprint. Okay. That sounds exciting. Okay, and we do have the split serpent. I still gotta figure out how to take 10 hits from that sucker. I think the main one is, I think we just need to fight the split serpent when I'm... in like one of the low tier areas with an armor build. Because I think the big problem is I'm in these higher tier zones where it's going to do that much more damage. Huh. I just realized there's functionally almost no benefit to being in a higher tier zone most of the time. Because I think the leveling gain's about the same. Crit bonus, rate of fire? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'm just going to stay here and heal as long as I can. Because eventually this is going to drop off. But I might as well make the most of it while I got it. Yeah, there's also the gyroscopic harness if I want to go that direction again. It does hurt my rate of fire pretty bad. But does also make my bullet size huge. We did get this. Oh. Okay, so my rate of fire is now worse, but my bullets are huger. Yeah, I haven't been giving Titan's Harness a whole lot of love. I think mostly because it wasn't particularly necessary. I think the one downer is that the excess damage will penetrate targets. We're not really going to be utilizing that particularly well here. But we are going to be utilizing my massive amount of penetrations. That sounds freaking weird, and I probably shouldn't say it. Oh well. But like, I think we've got like 12 strike through. Like, who cares about excess damage? That's not even gonna push the dial here. Where did that summon dudes? Huh. I didn't realize those guys were summoners. I thought that was just like a damage, like a grounded damage AoE. I guess I should go for crit damage. And we are going to need that bullet speed. Because I'm going to be wasting a lot of shots on enemies that are just... I'm not going to say too far away. But wasting shots on enemies that the first couple of bullets will kill, but because my bullets don't reach them, it takes that much longer. Okay. Just gonna keep dancing around the health here. If it'll let me. Let's see. Energetically dissuasive... Oh. I'm not actually sure if I can pick that, then. I haven't... That's the first time this has happened. Because I don't think we want the orbital dissuasion barrel in this case. I guess I have no choice then. Let's see. Yeah, let's just get this rock. I don't know. I guess we're going Helix or Hellspitter, whichever is available. I think I'm leaning for Helix just because Helix is fun. Okay. Keep going for the towers. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna kind of hang out next to these guys. Or next to this tower. My damage is kind of abysmal for this, though. Ow. It's okay. We've still got plenty of healing, and we had plenty of health going into this, so it's not really that big of a deal. Let's see, reload speed, yeah. This gun has some issues. Mainly the sucker grip is a very bad stat stick. Now, of course, watch that I've moved away, or I've said, oh, never mind, I'm not going to go for the dissuasion barrel. That's going to be the only barrel I'm offered this entire run. It could happen, might happen, probably will happen. Why do I always press spacebar? It's because I'm trying to skip the boss intro, because I've seen it a bunch of times. I'm aware it's Bertha. I fought Bertha a great many Berthas. 411 Berthas ago. Alright, let's see. Frost barrel. Yeah, let's actually go for a little bit of that whenever we get the chance, just so my energy blaster gets a little bit more time in the sun. It's just a good... Ow. It's just a good gun. Good underbarrel, and yeah, if we get that helix upgrade. Okay, do I want the crit chance? I mean, really, I want this one. Crit bonus, rate of fire, airdrop, vision, yeah. There's just nothing better. At some point I'll have to look into like a really hard movement speed run and seeing what I can do with that. It's not a easy stat to boost is the main one. I'm just thinking about destroying X number of pots. At least none of the missions are to my knowledge, none of the missions are tied to unlocks. It's all just extra resources, so there's no real incentive for it. It's just bonus. I think I'm gonna go for the just raw damage. Raw damage. Sorry, grounded is like... I think we've been done playing that game for months now. When did we finish that? It was like March? Was it even last year? I don't know. My sense of time is super duper scuffed. But like the raw science sound clip has just been baked into my head ever since, and it is honestly impressive. Like, not a lot of games still have the power to do that, to leave just like a lingering sound bite in my head. God, this field is massive. I think I'm gonna just cut straight to the left, and we're gonna see if we can find anything over there. Because I'd like to fill in every single one of these and find whatever remaining blueprints I can. Just delete that so it's not shooting at me. We're good. I'm curious what happens if I max my dodge skill in this. Because that feels like it actually has a lot of potential to do some fun things. Okay, right. Yeah, let's go left. I was not expecting to have a barrier here, so I'm curious to see if that's just smashed into the center of the zone or what. Am I just... Well, I guess we could actually go for the Raging Hellfire Barrel. Because we don't want that mount. Could just go for the Deep Freeze. I don't want to do Hell Spitter. There's a different build where I want a Hell Spitter. I'm curious about the on fire stacks as well. Like, that's something I'll have to play around with and see what it even, how it even works. Mainly from the perspective of, it's one of the only damage sources or even like gun mods that is completely opaque. Actually, a lot of them kind of are. On fire, the electroblast and stuff. It just doesn't say what that does or what that means. And so that actually makes it a little hard to build around, because can you stack a bunch of on fire? Like, does that work well where I'm hitting enemies a bunch of times with it, or does it work better where I'm hitting them once and then moving on? The Electroblasts at least seem to do flat damage, so that, yeah, hitting an enemy with a bunch of Electroblasts seems to work. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to poke at these things and see what works and what doesn't. But I was thinking of trying the Napalm build again with that Hellspitter barrel upgrade. Because I could actually see that working reasonably well as a, like, just set the world on fire build. It needed a little bit more, and I think the answer is the gun that also triggers the fire. Let's see. Meter of collection range increases your vision range increases your collection range. I do like that. Picking up a credit gives you money. Or not money, experience. Sure, let's go for that. I might as well be using that, all things considered. This is a whole lot of experience just sitting there on the ground. Oh, the boss is spawning. Oops. Let's see. Let's go for the enemy spawn rate. How dare you spawn in this location? Be gone, thing. There it goes. Let's see. Killing an enemy, increase your collection radius. Stacking, reloading, resets this bonus. I just fire too much. I don't think it's practical. Let's go for that branch. Get it out of the way. Rate of fire, under barrel recharge rate, and health regen. Yes. Keep going for that reload? Yeah. Even if it is worse than I'd like it to be. Alright. Wonder if vision range increases the distance at which you fill in gaps on the map. I'm assuming it does, because I think it's the moment my screen touches one of those. So I bet if I actually had like a really big vision radius build, I could actually clear the map, like the spots in the map that I'm not normally able to clear out. Oh, there's another teleporter. Snag that in a hot second. Keep going reload, keep going reload. Even if it is like a marginal increase, it's one of the biggest things holding my DPS back. I don't actually know if the Giant's Harness is like really that good on this one. It's fun. It certainly clears out large quantities of enemies. I just don't know if just going for regular bullets is probably better. Like, sad part is I think my drone with the assault rifle is just superior. I'll have to try that again. Go for I mean, probably on the sniper rifle. Like, go sniper rifle and try and hit max fire rate. I'm not actually even sure if it's the sniper rifle. What I should look into is something that has slower fire rate, high base damage. Honestly, no penetrations. If I do enough damage, we don't need penetrations. Okay. I think we want this one. Every 10 points of health you're missing gives you some bullet damage. It's not particularly amazing. Since I'm full health right now and that's not liable to change. Boy, it's huge. This is a huge zone. But I gotta check it all. So bullet count, bullet damage. Actually, my flat bullet damage is really good. Okay, and we just randomly aced a tower off screen. I mean, that's a good sign. So I think at this point, maybe I should just get my crit up. Stop futzing with silly things. If I can. I mean, if it keeps giving me bullet damage, then boy howdy, that's what I'm doing. Oh, is that every 10 points of max health? Not that I'm missing? No, 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 no. I'll have to figure out exactly why my damage is so high. Let's see. So even more bullet damage, even more bullet size. The only problem is it hurts my move speed. I think we go rate of fire, move speed, Tesla charges. Okay, can I? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna go along the gaps here. Well, maybe not the gaps. The edge. Like, I want to fill in the whole map, but I also kind of want to know where my bounds are. And I also want to find as many blueprints as I can. Oh, it's Stoneboy again. Let's wake him up. Hello, Shroomite. Okay, so he didn't melt as fast as the other one. Don't kill my tree. Alright, so far so good. Don't want to go for this? Yeah. Even bigger bullets. If only that scaled damage off of bullet size. I really wish there was something that did that, because that would be amazing, but probably also very busted. I don't know. I'd feel like it would be fun silly. Kind of an awkward time to be trying to open up a mod chest, but hey, here we are. Okay, so what's he got for me? Bullet damage, but reduce mag size, move speed. We don't actually care about mag size. Sure. 90 base damage. That's good. I haven't really focused on special power, but the underbarrel's still doing a good job. Okay. Let's see, gun butter. Yeah, my fire rate is atrocious. I'm mostly just getting by on the fact that I do a lot of damage and have a lot of penetration, so it doesn't matter that I'm not firing much. There we go, decent amount of resources. Just kind of keep cutting through them. But we're definitely going to see a lot more enemies spawned in here. Where are we going? You know what? I'm just going to take this time. Let's cut through. And there is a blueprint here. Hopefully one of these will be the other dissuasive barrel upgrade that I'm missing. But that might also be in a completely different location. Your gun is in another castle. Now I want to play that. Just some kind of weird, like... Mario rip. There's the Helix barrel. So this reduces my bullet damage, but it doubles my bullet count. I think we can... Okay. That's not exactly what I envisioned with this, but it's very pretty. The only immediate problem is that they're going nowhere fast. This more or less guarantees that my drone's just going to do all the work for me. But whatever, that's fine. I guess I do also have my energy blaster, so I can do a little bit of damage. And to think if I was a smidge more thorough, I wouldn't have had to do this, maybe. Also, the crushing lack of movement speed is getting to me, mildly. Okay, bullet count. I guess I can scale my bullet count at this point. Or my crit bonus. Let's go for crit bonus. Picking up a credit spawns a ton of experience. Let's see. Crit chance. Actually, no, we need that bullet speed. Pretty bad. It feels like with these, they're just going to constantly just wiggle in on themselves rather than anything else. Okay. So now where am I going? North. It's a chill build. Not much going on, not much to worry about. Most enemies that do get close to me either get gunned down quick by the drone, or they hit the wave wall. Let's see, buff shrine, it is impossible for me to care. So not exact, wait, really? Huh. I didn't know you could actually fight Shroomite twice in the same run. Well, the last time, yep. I was gonna say the last time he took a little bit to go down, and this time it was instant. Okay, does this actually lead somewhere? Rock wall. Nothing more. Yeah, do I go for the crit damage? Do we go for the fire rate? I guess I'll go for a bit more crit damage. The thing is, the build's kind of meaningless at this point. I don't know if meaningless is the right word. It's strong enough that I can clear the rest of the run, and also my drone is just goofy strong. There we go. Let's see. Using your underbarrel increases your bullet count for the next shot by a lot. Killing 100 enemies increases your collection range. Does hurt my damage. Doubles my penetrations again, which is just unbelievably silly. We want to get the final upgrade for this one, where things take extra damage based on how many times I've hit them with the same projectiles from the same gun. Bunch of rate of fire movement. Yeah. Or bullet count, actually. 40 rate of fire. I think I'm actually going to go for this one. We need the move speed, too. I am comically slow, and I'd like to not be. Well, maybe not comically slow, but slow enough. Go for a bit of crit chance. I don't think we want too much, though. We've got a lot of things that give me crit chance. I'll have to try this build. Ooh. Instead of with a Giant's Harness, I think I might try this build with homing. Oh, actually it's a dead end. There's nowhere for me to go here. Because those are, I think, all dead ends. There might be something here, but I don't think so. But it means that we're done with this region, sub-region, whatever you want to call it. Unless there's other stuff that I've missed somehow. And yeah, it'd be interesting to try and go really hard for gaining experience off of credits, but not convinced that's the most viable. Valuable? Let's keep going to that reload speed. I wish to become a flamethrower of wind blades. I guess it's kind of oxymoron-ish, sort of. Oxymoronic. But yeah, I'll have to try this again with probably the Hellspitter barrel, burning, and homing. Because I could actually see that being quite fun. Effectively a bunch of piercing blades that home in on enemies and set them on fire. Okay, bullets hitting an enemy deals 62% extra damage for each bullet from the same shot that's already hit the target, up to a maximum of 310 from 5 bullets. That should be a big damage bonus. It's not going to work against most of these enemies, or matter. The one downside is there's going to be no magnets here. I'm not going to be able to get that one. Shoot. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. Like, I'm not really expecting to hit max level or anything. Let's see. Rate of fire, rate of fire. Even the fact that made it this far with this build. We're gonna win. It's just kind of one of those, like, weird parts where you reach the end of a zone and you're just like, oh, there's nothing left for me here. And then you just kind of aimlessly wander for a bit. Find your bearings eventually. There's so much experience. Hopefully we find a tower somewhere in the area. One magnet before we're done. But also I'm not sure how much that matters. Because it would only be a marginal damage bonus. Like, whatever kind of upgrades we get ain't gonna matter. I'm not gonna be saving this gun. The problem is the waves are just as slow as I am. That they're spending too much time wiggling back and forth and not nearly enough time going anywhere. Okay, rate of fire. I could also just go for the special power. Because, yeah, I think it is actually a pretty noticeable jump every time I pick up a coin. So, yeah, maybe we'll try and go out of my way. Or I'll try and go out of my way to get, the Sucker Grips final extensions if I can. And try and go for a special build using them. Okay, Kestrel Charm. Crit chance, crit bonus is pretty good. Bullet damage from ice charms. I'll just go Kestrel. There's the boss. Free me from this. I don't want to call it torment. But I do want to see how effective this is. Ow. Problem with my utter lack of my utter lack of movement speed is he is going to hit me a bunch. I guess we scale in damage based on that, though. And I have a lot of health. So I'm not, like, immediately worried. Oh, there's a magnet. You will not catch me. Let's see. Damage, mag size. We don't need mag size. Reload speed. Keep going for the reload. Yeah. Ooh. Those actually do some damage. There we go. Yeah, losing all of that movement speed there is real rough. But it's fine. So, Scout's drone ability, we got a bunch of stuff. I'll have to see which of these I can even grab. Yeah, I think I'll get rid of this gun. It's funny. And gets me some goodies. Let's see. Reloads are now instant. What? Landing a crit causes the bullet to explode. I mean, that sounds fun. It's probably a sniper. I think that's the one we want, too. Lightning Magnet Grip actually is really good sounding. Black Needle Grip. I think we're going to snag that. If anything else I can buy. Unfortunately, most of these require me to keep fighting that last boss. So the reason why I wanted the one that gives the terrified movement bonus is because the fire barrel also inflicts terror. I'm actually losing money from all these unlocks. I'm going to get those guns eventually. It's just going to take a while. Anyway, I guess with all that said, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.